we'd like to thank the guys at New England Street Stock Tour just got together, and they're donating a bicycle for our Christmas in July event today. So thank you. Now, it's time to get ourselves started with racing. Would you all join with me as we also join with our national anthem? First of all, I would like to say one of the members of our Monadnock family, the son of Donnie Christmas, our longtime pit exit director, his son Buddy passed away just this past week. So before we start our national anthem, we'd like to take just a slight moment of silence for Buddy Christmas, and then we'll join our national anthem with Miss April Cushman, who will be singing the national anthem for us tonight and again later on this season. But let's start off with, if you don't mind, a moment of silence for Buddy Christmas. Having a quieter season from Winchester, New Hampshire, it's Kyle Boniface. Bumper thumping right off the corner. Here they come. Everybody starts to shuffle the deck. Richard Whipple, Pat Houle, and Chris Christolitis up front, with Boniface moving into fourth spot. Then it's Drew, Littlewood, and Fusile. 8 laps. Can they hang in there without thumping and bumping? Cole Littlewood, a multiple-time winner when he was a young gun, now making the move into Lightning and Superstock competition, sliding up the line into 5th place. Whipple holding off the rest of the veterans behind him. Halfway coming up, Richard Whipple, Pat Houle. Chris Christolitis takes a wide turn off of turn 4. That's a mistake, and Boniface takes advantage, moves into 3rd, slides up in front. Christolitis will fight back. Pat Houle trying to find some daylight inside Whipple, but can't get the car to stick for him. Whipple staying on top through 5. Boniface in 4th spot, trying to go for 2nd. 2 laps left. Kyle drives it to the low side and grabs the 2nd spot. Sets his sights on Richard Whipple as they go into 1. Gets it sideways and has to correct. Everybody getting sideways. 1 lap left with Boniface coming on strong. Can Whipple hold him off? Pat Houle now gets a challenge from Christolitis and from Cole Littlewood. Gets loose, bounces off the 28. Up front, here comes Boniface. 1 last chance for the checkers. Off the corner they come. Whipple holds on. Boniface 2nd. Christolitis 3rd will go to Christolitis. 4th will be Pat Houle. And Cole Littlewood picks up the 5th spot with Drew and Fusile rounding it out. He's from Hinsdale, far cry from Dawsonville. Here they come. Tim cranks it up quick, gets the green. Tim Paquette has had several podium finishes, but so far this year he has been shut out of victory lane. Johnson quick on the outside, but doesn't have a whole lot of running room there until they come into turn 2. Hillary works him to the outside. Tim LeBlanc powering his Honda in behind the Volkswagen of Johnson. Hillary holding him off until they hit the straight. Johnson's able to slide by on the outside and take 3rd. Paquette, Silvernail, Johnson, Renault, and LeBlanc with Elliott. Tim Paquette, he's gotten halfway with the lead. Elliott's got his problems, slowing down off the corner. May decide to park it. He is. He's heading for the pits. It's still Paquette, Silvernail, Johnson, LeBlanc, and Renault. This time Johnson slides underneath Silvernail, finds some daylight. They rub Hobbits in turn 2, and then they're on their way. 2 to go. Tim Paquette, CJ Johnson, Eric Silvernail, Tim LeBlanc. White flag coming up for Tim Paquette. Takes it low off of 4. He's got Johnson starting to chew away at the yardage between them. Down to 2 car lengths. And trouble on the 93. Paquette's car slows. Johnson flashes by. LeBlanc dives underneath Silvernail. The checkered flag is out, and Johnson will pick the win. LeBlanc to second, Silvernail third, fourth Renault, and Paquette will cross the stripe in 5th place with a broken car. What a tough break, and there's a little bit of something pouring out from underneath the hood. Don't know if that's a lost motor or whether that's overheating. But the win belongs to C.J. Johnson, and the bad luck belongs to Tim Paquette. The car track was a little challenging, and any driver who's not driven here will find that out quickly. Here they come. Round 1, 8 laps, on his way, Ethan Marsh. Marsh taking him down the backstretch. McKnight running second, challenging on the inside. Off the corner they come. It'll be Marsh with the lead. McKnight second, Solomon Broe, then Monahan, DJ Lazelle, Eric Pomasco, Mike Stebbins duking it out with Billy McCarthy, and then Alicia Folan. Alicia falling off the pace a little bit. McKnight starting to light it up down the backstretch with a halfway mark coming up. Kevin McKnight, Solomon Broe, Ethan Marsh, Joel Monahan, and DJ Lazelle. That's all the youngsters trailing McKnight. Past the teenagers, surrounded by a bunch of veteran drivers. Two laps to go coming up. Halfway. 2 laps to go now. McKnight, Broe, Monahan, Marsh, Lazelle, Mike Stebbins trying to get underneath Lazelle. Little bit of contact as they come off the corner. Lazelle holds his spot to cross the stripe. 1 lap left, a half a lap for your leaders. McKnight, Broe, Monahan, Marsh, Stebbins, checkered flag for Kevin McKnight, Solomon Broe, Joel Monahan, Ethan Marsh, and Stebbins finally closes in to take 5th spot. Lazelle to 6th, then Pomasco 7th, 8th for McCarthy, and Alicia rounds out the field. Mikey McGoldrick and Julia Raymond bringing them down to take the green from Mike Griggs. Here they come. On their way up to speed. Green is out, and they're running, and Julia, without practice, goes to the front. Trail of smoke coming out of Mikey McGoldrick's car. Matt Kimball finds daylight on the inside. Julia will take the lead after 1. Look out, they're stuffing them in there. 3 wide down the front chute. Goffin goes to 3rd. Anderson drops in behind him. Gets out of shape a little bit and runs the 4 up the banking. Anderson and Sontag. Mikey McGoldrick goes to the back. Lambert has not moved up at all. Julia Raymond, Matt Kimball, Matt Goffin, Nick Anderson. Cameron Sontag in 5th as they string it out. 3 laps in. Good run for Julia to jump right out there without a benefit of practice time. Halfway, Raymond, Kimball, Goffin, Anderson, Sontag, Fayford, McGoldrick, and Lambert. Working on lap 6. Here comes Julia. Matt Kimball holding off all the hard chargers behind him. The 14-year-old taking on a whole bunch of adults right behind him in the Honda. Goffin to the outside. Anderson looking inside. 1 lap left. Julia Raymond's got 1 more to go to take the win. Kimball second. Goffin third. Anderson fourth. Sontag, Fayford, McGoldrick, and Lambert. Checkered flag is waiting. Here she comes. Julia Raymond picks up the win. Matt Kimball second. Anderson goes to third. Goffin slips back to fourth. And Sontag will gather up the 5th spot.
Keep an eye on the cars that pass the most. Doughton on the inside, Clement on the outside, green flag. Doughton gets the spot in turns 1 and 2 as Richard Vincent gets a little bit out of whack coming down the front stretch. Into turns 3 and 4 they go. Matt Morrill looking underneath Vincent, the battle for 4th spot. Morrill slams on the brakes. Problems for Morrill in car number 9. Matt Morrill was worried about the health of his automobile. He'll take that down pit road as Morrill's problems continue. Doughton with a good 6 car length lead over Billy Clement Jr. in car number 3. Greg Williams in car number 7. Williams, a familiar name here at Monadnock Speedway, trying to run down Billy Clement Jr., the 2nd generation automobile driver. Brian Town stuck in the back of the pack. Car number 51 is Bill Staves, gets sideways, almost collects Town. Town makes it by him, takes up the 5th spot. Halfway to go at the line for Chris Moose Doughton. Doughton won the inaugural event at Seekonk Speedway as Richard Vincent gets sideways down turn number 4. Vincent with a handful of race car. Williams trying to run down Billy Clement, trying to pick up another spot in the plus minus. Sideways off of turn number 4 in car number 7. Brian Towns like a shark smelling blood in the water. Vincent with an ill-handling automobile. Town takes a look down below. In turn number 2, down the backstretch they go. Vincent slams the door in 3 and 4. Town gives him a little shove coming off of turn number 4. It's Moose Doughton's race to lose in car number 39 as he is blowing away the field. Keep an eye on Brian Town in car number 51. Tries a crossover move, but Vincent slams the door. 2 laps left to go at the line as chief starter Mike Rainville gives the popsicle sticks. 2 to go for Moose Doughton. Brian Town now underneath Richard Vincent takes over the 4th spot as Vincent tries a crossover move. Town is now down to the races. Greg Williams trying the power alley off of turn number 2 to gain momentum, trying to run down Billy Clement, but white flags in the air for Chris Doughton. Williams blowing smoke everywhere as Brian Town's actually running Williams down, but time has come to an end. Chris Doughton wins heat number 1. Coming in second, Billy Clement will hold on. Then it's Greg Williams, Brian Town, and Richard Vincent with Bill Staves rounding out the field. And laps the distance, Palin on the pole, Town on the outside, then Kenaway, Belfiore, Chafee, and Verricchio, then Armin, Cody, green flag. Palin with a jump on the inside, but Randy Town trying to battle back. Here comes Steve Kenaway. Palin takes over the top spot. Kenaway battling for second, almost 3 wide in turns 3 and 4. They do take it 3 wide. Steve Kenaway is going to come up with the lead. Bold move by Steve Kenaway as Mike Palin under heavy pressure from Randy Town now. Town battling Palin side by side into turns 3 and 4. Town takes over the second spot. Palin in third. Battle for fourth. Craig Chafee now underneath Mike Palin as he passes Anthony Belfiore. Belfiore powers on that outside, pulls side by side with Chafee in turns 3 and 4. Palin dirt tracks it off of turn number 4, kind of blocks Belfiore down the front stretch. Now Belfiore gets a little bit of a run coming off of turn number 2. Belfiore lifts a little bit to avoid going into the backstretch wall. They're side by side for third. Kenaway running away with it. Randy Town second, now Belfiore into third. Mike Palin trying to hold on to that fourth spot. Craig Chafee backs off. He's battling on the outside. Halfway to go for Steve Kenaway. Chafee hangs it on the outside, now tries a crossover move underneath Mike Palin. Nice move by Craig Chafee battling for the fourth spot. Chafee takes over fourth as Palin's drop kick back to fifth. Belfiore's running down Randy Town now. Keep in mind, these cars are lined up in the feature event via the plus-minus system, so Belfiore trying to pick up as many passes as he can here in heat number 2. Belfiore swings to the outside, now looks for a crossover move. Town sideways off of turn number 2. Belfiore has to back it off. 2 to go at the line. Town battling an ill-handling race car. They had to replace the lower control arm on car number 51T as he smacked the wall in practice. Belfiore now hammers the outside groove, looking to take over the second spot. White flag in the air. Kenaway's in his own zip code, the battle for second. Town on the inside, Belfiore on the outside. Off of turn number 2, Town sideways, Belfiore takes the second spot. Checkers are in the air. Steve Kenaway takes heat number 2. Belfiore takes second. Town holds on for third. Chafee fourth and Palin fifth. So great run for the 2013 champion at Thompson Speedway Motorsports Park. Steve Kenaway takes the checkers in heat number 2. 10 laps of distance, plus minus goes to the feature. Green flag. Rollins off like a rocket. He was fast in both practices earlier. He takes the lead off at turn number 2. Patrick Tangway settles into second. Here comes Dave Greenslet. Jim Boyle slams in the back end of Joe Arena. Boyle lifts so Arena can gather himself. Tangway going backwards on the outside groove as the real deal. Charlie Beal takes over second. Greenslet follows suit. He's in third. Point leader Joe Arena into the fourth spot with a +1. Arena now underneath Dave Greenslet looking for that third spot, trying to get as many cars past as he can. Arena in the 74, Greenslet in the 20, the battle for third. Into turns 3 and 4, Arena takes over the spot. Rollins has an entire zip code in between him and Charlie Beal in the 30, but the battle is going to be coming up here for the second spot. Joe Arena slides to the outside. Beal a little sideways coming off of turn number 4. Arena has to lift to regather. Trying to work the outside groove here at Monadnock Speedway. Joe Arena all over the back bumper of Charlie Beal in turns 3 and 4. Halfway to go for Jeff Rollins. Joe Arena, a newcomer here at Monadnock Speedway, trying to make himself comfortable. Now dives underneath Charlie Beal. Beal slides up into the outside groove. Now Joe Arena into the second spot. Beal settles back into third. Now Dave Greenslet goes to work on Charlie Beal. Down the backstretch they go. Greenslet looks underneath Beal. Beal slams the door in turn number 3. Arena putting distance between himself and Charlie Beal. but it'll be 2 to go at the line as Caleb Cashman gets the passing flag as Jeff Rollins looks to put Cashman a lap down. Rollins now around Cashman in turns 3 and 4. White flag is in the air for the Groton, Massachusetts native Jeff Rollins. Battle for third shaping up as Greenslit took a look outside of Beal. 3/4 of a lap to go as Greenslit sets up Beal. Goes down on the inside of him. Beals tries to protect. Dave Greenslit underneath. Jeff Rollins takes the win. Jim Boyle slams into Charlie Beal. Arena second. Greenslit third. Tangway fourth and Jim Boyle fifth.
Tyler Leary sitting back in the middle. Tyler Lescore sitting on the front. Nancy Muni on the outside. Whole bunch of other guys want a piece of the action. Here they come. The Lescore team working under the car in practice, trying to get it right. He'll take the lap 1 off of turn 4. It's Lescord, Strebel, Muni, Monahan, Stange, and Leary. Curtis, McDonald, and JT. Lescord stretching it out a little bit now. Tyler had a victory back on May 23rd. He's been having trouble getting the car back to where it was for that race. Strebel running second. Monahan third. Leary up to fourth. Curtis is fifth. Stange sixth. Seventh is Ruat. Then McDonald. James Thompson. And the rookie Scotty Beck. Halfway, coming up now. The freight train rolls off of turn 4. The question is, who's going to get derailed before this one's over? Curtis trying, Leary can't find the daylight in there. Nobody seems to have anything for Lescore just yet, but here's a challenge now. Chris Curtis sees some daylight inside Tyler Leary's car, going for 4th place off turn 2, and it will be Chris Curtis. Well, no, maybe it's Tyler Leary. It's 2 laps to go. In either case, Curtis gets 4th. Stange trying to snuggle up behind him and slide into 5th. 2 laps now. It's a white flag. Lescord, Strebel, Monahan, Curtis, Leary, and Stange. As they come down for the checkered flag, hang on. Beck's in trouble. He gets out of the way. It's Lescord, Strebel, Monahan, Curtis, Leary, and Stange. Jeff Gallup in the 44. Here they come. Rivette, trouble as Willette spins it on the start. That'll bring out a caution. No laps completed. Here she comes to lead him down. Trevor Blow on the outside. Kim Rivette wheels it off turn 4 for the green. Takes the Spasco racer to the front quickly. Rivette, Blow, Jarvenpaugh, Cloutier, Carzello, McMichael, and Gallup. Willette bringing up the rear. On the gas for Lound 2. Rivette making it look easy at the moment. Kim Rivette, Trevor Blow, Tyler Jarvenpaugh. Here comes Cloutier, inside Carzello. Halfway, coming up. Here's a challenge for second now. Jarvenpaugh wheels it inside Blow. Blow may have had it at the line. Jarvenpaugh down at the bottom. They go wheel to wheel. Hard charge into turn 3. Off of 4. Blow bobbles. Jarvenpaugh gets it. Carzello has moved into 4th. Gallup up to 5th. McMichael tried the outside. Almost got the wall. Cloutier comes back at him. 2 laps to go. Scott McMichael just trying to get into qualifying position. White flag. Rivette, Jarvenpaugh, Blow, Carzello, Gallup. Then the 7 of McMichael. He's on the bubble. Checkered flag. It'll be Kim Rivette for the victory. Jarvenpaugh, look out. Carzello in trouble. Loses out and drops back to 7th spot. Make that 6th spot. Carzello not happy with the 44 and lets him know the bumper is not used here. Carzello had the spot, didn't get to it. That'll change the board. Here they come. Eric gets a little bit of a jump. Norman is a little bit loose. Eric had the right idea on the outside. He's going to try to make it work down the backstretch. Leclerc gets to the front and leads lap 1. Gagne coming out of the pack, sliding into 2nd spot. Everybody finding the outside best. Norman a little bit on the shaky side until the tires come to him. Now Norman is starting to get it to set up. Gagne looking inside. Eric Leclerc giving him plenty of racing room, but keeping the RPMs up, and he holds the lead. Eric Leclerc high in turn 2, hits a sweet spot. Halfway coming up, Leclerc changes his line, goes low, leads lap 4. Leclerc, Gagne, Normandin, Johnson, and Kimball. Normandin's car starting to set up better. Coming, look out, Normandin, trouble. Bounces off Kimball. Loose all over the place, but nobody gets hurt. Takes Johnson up the banking. 2 laps to go. Leclerc, Gagne, Normandin, Bill Kimball, and Jason Barden. White flag, 1 left. Gagne going after the 84 of Leclerc. Leclerc, the veteran driver, looking for a win here. Gagne high. Leclerc stays low. Eric Leclerc picks up the win. Sprint Gagne, Normandin, then Kimball, Johnson, Barden, Ignacio, and Roby. Scott Normandin, quite an adventure to watch him.